Yeah, this that Joe Button Prodigy deals from back in the day, baby. Hey.
Oh,
Raise the bar, see my decent air, good days, y'all. So I love to see a motherfucker hate from far. More they talk about me, the more I pray for y'all. I don't get how proud is you gonna acknowledge me. When you think about the bigots and apostrophe. Possibly think that it's not as me far from property. It's more like a mockery. Used to be get hot to me. Before you bombarded me with everything else like side of me, it's gotta be drugs. Full face with love. What's that? When I point, maybe you can't lift the gun. That's your rap about. Real talk, I can't run on your old shit. That you just old as shit. Not old as shit. That I hold in my dick, kid. Better way home. About me. Worry about your Medicaid. It's no one fear. Nigga beach carry your way, smoke to your career. What a block is a reason. Murder music, anybody ever did this nigga still breathing. Big beat like no, 30 killed them. Tupac king alive for 20 killed. 50 stopped the farm, only took way was wrong. Put a stamp on a nigga and feel it. Nobody feels them. Against the rock of walked up, now you living against the block. But he got underground blow struck like a pound blow. You sound. Yeah. I just wanted to start it off, man. I'm still in war
okay.
mode, baby. I'm still in war mode. You feel me? I'm still in war mode. That's one of my favorite disses right there, man. The Joe Button Blood on the Wall diss to the legendary Prodigy. Rest in peace, Prodigy. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Word.
You know, rest in peace, the big homie P. But that was a dope song, though. I can't lie. That was incredible, you know what I mean? But yo, this is the Zone Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? We're here to talk some sports. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? On one half of the host, your boy Big V. Here with the other half of the host of the show. Let them know who you be, my G.
Yo, it's your boy COOL, wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired story. It's your boy Cool C, never dated a floozy. For those out there in YouTube land, sound out for you out back. It's your boy Corey, Big Vito, what it is though.
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm all right, man. Everything is good. Loving these playoffs. I can't wait to get this playoff talk. Yo, the playoffs have been amazing. Before we jump in all this great sports talk, I gotta let them know we sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. So make sure you shop in at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. You know what I mean? Real quick, it is definitely Mental Health Awareness Month. You know what I mean? Yo, there's plenty of resources out there for everybody that need mental health help. You know what I mean? To my black people out there, stop acting like therapy is something to be ashamed of. I'm in therapy myself. Just cut it out. You know what I mean? Like just stop the stigma. Stop all of the traditional bullshit thinking. Cut it out. If you need it, it's there. It helps.
Word.
It helps. It might not be for everybody, but it helps. You
Worth the
don't
try
know.
though, right?
Thank you. It's worth the try. It's worth the try, man. It's worth the try. Your life is worth caring about.
There you
Stop
go.
it. Stop it. Stop it. Knock it off. Salute to my therapist. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Miss Lynette. Salute. You know what I mean? But yeah. Corey, what's going on with you, bro? How you? What's popping, by G?
Hey man, we good over here, man. Like you said, just enjoying these playoffs, man. As of this recording, which is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Gosh, I really hate that I couldn't stay up and watch the daggone Denver and Minnesota game. I mean, they started it at like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, yo, I get it. Caitlin Clark played at 7:30. You know, you got the East Coast game at 8. I got it, but damn.
You know,
Come
I saw,
on,
I
man.
saw. I'm glad you said that because I saw somebody tweet last night. And I don't know if they were from the West Coast or whatever, but somebody that I follow retweeted it, and the post said, I hate watching games on the East Coast. What you mean it's another game after this, bro? It's 10 o'clock.
Straight up.
But you know what? It's crazy because when I was on the West Coast, I was like, it was total opposite. I was like, yo, what the hell you mean the Lakers about to play?
Yep.
It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. What the hell you talking about? No, they're not. I got shit to go do. What are you talking about? So you know, it's all what you used to. You feel me?
It is. It's so weird on the West when you've been on the East your whole life. Like, when just like you said, watching games, like it was crazy after my wife and I went to the 49ers game. I mean, it's basically like over with at like 5, 6 o'clock their time. East Coast, I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Over there, like, yo, what's for dinner? Where we going at tonight? Like,
Yeah.
it is it's one that I could get used to because I'd rather miss the beginning of the game than the end of the game. But hey, man, to each his own.
To each his own, man. You know what I mean? Let's set the pod off, baby. We got the What the Hell segment. Let's go, Corey!
Hey, man, the What the Hell segment is envisioned by Big Vito Corleone, co-sponsored by my daughter downstairs, who is still not having poops at daycare. She's still saving them all for the house, and it is executed by me, Big V.
Yeah.
I want to talk about insanity. I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Now, insanity is defined as doing something repetitive, but expecting a different outcome. There's nothing wrong with trying something once. There ain't nothing wrong with trying something twice. There ain't nothing wrong with trying something 3 or 4 times. But man, if that result ain't really quite what you want, man, it's just kind of like maybe you need to pivot and maybe try another avenue. I'm not really sure. The what the hell is going to be the subject of this is by the N-word that we all love to hate. Rudy Gobert. Now, we was just riding with you last week, Big V. We were just riding with him last week.
We was defensive player of the year, baby.
And I'm talking about less than a week later, we got to come right back and just kind of just hit you with this. We hate to do this, Big V, per ESPN.com and multiple sources. Your guy, Rudy Gobert was fined $75,000 for the money sign gesture. He did it again, Big V. He did it again. Big V, he was fined the first time in the regular season $100,000. Directed this. NBA official. Well, game 4, not last night, not the Dick Van Dyke, Johnny Carson game that came on at 4:00 in the morning. No, game 4. He did it again. He did it again, Big V.
And he's doing this to the refs.
Doing this to the refs. And see, in game 4, so the first time he did it to Scott Foster, and I actually saw he did it at Scott Foster. You know what I'm saying? Now, this time, it looked like he tried to do it a little bit more subtle, but he got caught anyway. I didn't see in the clips where he specifically directed it towards an official. I didn't see it. Okay. But it don't matter who saw it because the league saw it and tapping them pockets for $75K. Now, you may say, well, Corey, well, let's go over some numbers real quick, Big Vito. He is a total salary of $205 million, right? Each year per annual, this year right here, he's hitting for like about $44 million. Not a big deal, Corey. I'm trying to make a statement and prove a point over here. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? I'm sick of these BS calls. I'm just sick of it. So I'm about to Johnny Manziel it and But see, now here's a bigger problem. That gesture insinuates that the refs are being bought and are paid off.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. Okay. That
is the genesis of it. Now, we all know what happened with the Porter brother. First name escapes my name because, like I said, I didn't know who he is then. You give me a week or two, I'll forget who he is now and consider it forgotten, but I know that he's Michael Porter Jr. brother. Right?
Jonte Porter.
Jonte, thank you. He's up out of here. He's done. So my guy, Rudy Gobert, was asked about the NBA's penalty. And I quote, not surprised at all. Gobert also explained the reason for the gesture that he made. Now, here's where I give him a little bit of credit because he's trying to moonwalk and clean it up. Oh, there was no message, just emotions. I got to do a better job of controlling my emotions, Big V. It's a very physical game and an emotional game. So I got to do a better job at controlling my emotions. Now, see, I give him credit because he's riding. He's trying to walk it back. But see, you need to be careful, man. Because see, you had the malice in the palace, right? You had you had referees. Tim Donaghy, if I'm not mistaken, got kicked out the league. You got sports betting going all crazy right now, and so you keep on insinuating that the refs are being bought because this is what this meant. Or if it ain't what it means, this is how they're taking it. Rudy Gobert, hey, you just won your Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations, duly noted. Hey, I give you all the props in the world, my brother. But let me tell you something. Unlike Jonte Porter, I consider him a Rudy a star. I wouldn't say superstar, but he's a star. I'm not quite sure you're gonna see him in commercials, but he's a star in a sense. He's a very important player, you know. But don't let them make an example out of you, okay? Because you're not Steph Curry. You're still not LeBron James. Not quite sure you're Draymond Green, right? Draymond Green's in commercials. Keep it up, man. And you might be where Jonte Porter is at. What the hell, man? You better be careful, dude. That is a very sensitive subject with the NBA. You better be careful, dude.
Especially right now, like you said, with betting going on, the Jonte Porter situation, you got to relax on doing that. You got to relax. Like, somebody could take it as if, you may be paying them off. You feel me? On the flip side, if things are going your way, and I get it. You're doing this when bad calls are made. I get that.
No
you know
question.
what I mean? No doubt. But still, you can't. You gotta relax, man. This climate is not the time to be doing that to the referees.
That's the thing that the NBA take the most serious right now, Big. Again, you got the malice in the palace. I bet you can almost daggone body slam a fan, or whatever. But this whole, hey, the league is being bought off.
And again, Go Bear, real shit. We just got back cool on you. We ain't forgot about how you spread that COVID. You know what I mean? I hate to keep
The
bringing
originator.
You know what I'm saying? You are
He invented COVID, Big V.
Come on now. Yes, we believe that you invented it to the point that Donovan Mitchell had to get away from you, fam. Do not forget about that. You know what I mean? Come on. Like, you gotta relax, big dog. Then you just get choked out a few months ago?
Hey man, that dead deer going in the back of that pickup truck, Big V. Draymond might need to holler at him.
Oh,
he got nothing to do right now. He on TNT last night. He got time.
Oh man. Yo, be careful, Go Bear. Be careful. You know what I mean? Let's switch it to the WNBA, but still keep it balling. Let's keep it balling, though. You know what I mean? Let's go to the W. You feel me? You know what I mean? Last night, ladies and gentlemen of the Zone Sports Podcast, was Caitlin Clark's debut in the W. You know what I mean? She finished with about 20 points, 10 turnovers. The turnovers part is what they're focusing on the media. You know what I mean? I flipped on the tube today, Corey. They kept showing the turnovers. And granted, 10 is a lot of turnovers. You know what I mean? 10 is a lot of turnovers, yo. But, it was her first game. You know what I mean? She probably had to settle in, I watched the game, Corey. I'm going to speak on it first. I watched the game and, I think she did good for her first game. They were trying to be physical with her. She wasn't giving. She wasn't going. She was out there doing her 1-2. I seen her hit a couple nasty step backs last night, looking good. She had a few assists too. You know what I mean? Like, I think her game is gonna translate well to NBA. I don't think she got nothing to worry about. Do remember when Kobe's first year, him shooting the air balls at the free throw line and all the other stuff, and and we've seen this happen with the greats before. I think that she's gonna have way less turnovers next game, which is I think Thursday night.
Yeah.
And I think that this is no big deal. I think that she'll correct whatever she needs to correct in practice with coaching and teammate help and all that. I think she's gonna come out good in the next game, man. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did. I watched the game. I actually watched that over the NBA playoff game.
I did too. Same. I caught the end of the third quarter and on from the Knicks game.
Yep, same here. So I look. Did she play great? No, but she still had 20 points, Big V. Like,
and some
that's
assists.
like I do hear you on the turnover. Like, you can't have a yin without a yang. Message heard. Connecticut Sun, they was, if I'm not mistaken, they're ranked defensively #1 last year, and they got a lot of their ladies back there. Now I follow the NBA, WNBA a lot. I root for the Phoenix Mercury. That's my squad that I root for.
Okay.
And Alyssa Thomas, for the Connecticut Sun, beast,
Nasty.
beast,
Yeah.
ridiculous. And the primary assignment that was on her was Dejanay Carrington. And she was really like guarding Caitlin Clark, really making her uncomfortable. And I noticed that Dejanay Carrington from the Sun, she went out for a little bit. I don't know if it was like a little small injury or whatever, but she ended up coming back. When she left, Caitlin Clark cooked, right? But the point I'm getting at is that she's going to get their best shot, right? And on top of that, Connecticut Sun is known for being a very physical defensive team. They're going to make you uncomfortable. That's that kind of like blue collar 80s, 90s NBA basketball that we're kind of accustomed to. They're that in the WNBA,
Okay.
right? And I don't know too much about the Indiana Fever. All I know is that they was the worst team last year, which is why they got Caitlin Clark. But speaking on Caitlin Clark, she's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. She's going to get every single person's best shot. It's just the way that it is. You hot shit on the stick coming out of college, like, yo, we got to holler at you. I can't wait for them to play my Phoenix Sun because that's where my homegirl, Diana Taurasi.
Not the Phoenix Suns, not the Phoenix Mercury.
Thank you, Phoenix Mercury. Thank you. The Diana Taurasi came and was like, yo, yeah, she cool. She all right. I like Paige a little bit better, you know.
But reality is coming.
Reality is I cannot wait, even though we got our asses dusted by the Las Vegas Aces last night. But again, reigning champions, it is what it is. Caitlin's going to be fine. Guys, let's just calm down. She's still a rookie. She's in a professional league. It is a difference. Just because we historically don't follow the WNBA like we do our other sports, you still got that jump. And that gap is always wide, whether it's from men's college to the NFL, whether it's from men's college basketball to the NBA. There's no single solitary reason why that gap is still not going to be just as wide coming from women's college basketball to the W. It's just not. She's going to be fine. Off at 20 points, sign me up. Work on the turnovers, the defense is stifling. Look, I don't think she have the best team around her.
Right.
For the Fever. So this is going to be building blocks. And like you said, man, Kobe first year on all that. I would imagine that Jordan first year, there was a whole bunch of guys. I mean, I remember Kobe, God rest his soul, he first gets to the playoffs, he's shooting air balls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so everybody fine. She's a rookie. Now, if she's still having 10 turnovers in the middle of the season, second year from now, I got it. But, dude, relax. Caitlin Clark's here. She's gonna be a monster, and I can't wait for her to go against the Mercury because I just want to see. I got to see that matchup. If I know Taurasi like I think I know her, she's gonna be like, yo, Brittany, yo, you cool and all that. The Sophia Cunningham, y'all back. I got this right here. It's my turn.
Definitely, and I can't wait to see that either. And,
can't wait.
But I think that the WNBA, need to be thanking Caitlin Clark because as of this year, that every team has private jets now. They have private jets now. If you think 1 second that ain't because of Caitlin Clark, you out your mind. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
She is going to be great for, to me, the economic stimulus of the WNBA. You're right, Big V. The whole chart, they should have been had it.
They should have been had it.
But guess what? With Caitlin, it's making it happen. So I ain't saying the ladies take it easy on her, because it's still a competitive sport between the lines or whatever. But man, dog, hey, every single person that bumps into Caitlin Clark, at least when the game is over, hey,
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to still push your ass, though, but thank you. Thank you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They should. That's a fact. Speaking of, basketball, we still keeping it basketball. This whole entire podcast is the basketball podcast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This week. We got to get into what we saw of the Knicks game, Corey. Listen, I've been watching this Knicks and Pacers series. Listen, not only their series, this whole brand of playoffs has been like the best brand of playoffs I've seen in quite some time, Corey. I
Right.
can't lie to
I
you.
agree.
Every series has been down to the wire, damn near, Corey.
Yeah.
Every game and every series has been intense, Corey. But I gotta say, this Knicks and Pacers series, Corey, this is where it's at. This is where it's at, man. This is it right here. Last night, the Knicks went up and beat the Pacers, you know what I mean, by about 30. It was like 121 and 91, something like that. And
Yeah.
what a hell of a game. We talking about DiVincenzo, and he get into it, you know what I mean, with my guy Miles Hunter, who I feel
Yeah.
should be in the running for most improved player of the year.
Yeah.
Everybody getting into it. They setting the hard picks. McConnell and DiVincenzo going at it. Everybody going at it, pushing and shoving. I'm at the crib screaming, yes, 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 pause. I'm loving it. I'm loving every single bit of this playoff series, Corey. I love it. I love the tenacity. And listen, man, if you didn't know, Jalen Brunson is the guy. Just for the people that didn't know. Man, well, I got some stats right here, Corey. I want to read off real quick about last night's game. This is crazy. Jalen Brunson, man, 44 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Come on. But I gotta talk about why I think the Knicks are winning the series. It's the others, man. You got the guy down low, Hartenstein,
Hartenstein. Yep.
7.17 boards, 5 assists. Most of them were offensive rebounds, Corey. Most of them were
Right.
offensive rebounds. And you're gonna win every time when you got a guy down there willing to do the dirty work. And listen, man, the Pacers are gonna lose this series if
Yeah.
Halliburton has one more game like he's had. 13 points is not going to cut it, Corey.
That's not gonna get it done, Big
It's,
V.
it's, it's not going to do it. 13 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the three. This ain't nah. Um, Siakam shouldn't be the highest scoring player in the box score.
Nah.
No, it should be you, Halliburton. You got to step it up, big dog. You got to be doing that shit you was doing in the regular season. Like
Yeah.
in my opinion, he been a little bit too passive. I saw him go to the hole last night when he should have laid up. He kicked it out. I don't know. To me, and he's just been a little bit too passive this series. He need to be a lot more aggressive, man. Go for his because you're supposed to be the superstar. Let's do superstar shit. You know what I mean? What's your
Yeah.
thoughts, man?
Man, yeah, you're right. This is a very interesting series, man. I'm echo a little bit of what you said because you're right. Tyrese Halliburton has got to be the guy up there. And you just said it with New York. There are others that's really stepping up because to me, I was going to watch the Indiana Fever game with Caitlin Clark anyway.
Yeah.
But I kept peeking back and forth to the Knicks game during the commercial breaks. And it's just like, nah, the Knicks, they're going to lose this, man. They don't have anybody left. There's no Julius Randle. OG is up out of there. Like, they keep saying game to game. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back.
He's out. And it's like, I'm going to pull your stomach, V. I'm going to go through the box score real quick. Mm-hmm. Right? You obviously, Jalen Brunson ain't going to repeat that. This Miles McBride.
Oh, yeah, he showed out.
I don't even know who that is. Plus 26 while he's on the court with 17 points, Big V. Josh Hart doing this thing, plus 21. Yo, one of my favorite guys, my man Burks, the guy that DiVincenzo got into it with, or one of the guys got into it with, 18 points. These are the others. Burks ain't even starting. What the hell is happening here, right? But then
and talk about the 11 rebounds from Josh Hart. 18 points, 11 rebounds as a guard.
Right. But then now let's go to the others for the Pacers.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin, who I like. 7 points, minus 25 when he's on the court, Big V.
Mm.
Like, yo, like, daggone TJ McConnell, 7 points, minus 19 when he's on the court, Big V. Dude, like, I mean, Nembhard Pauls did his thing. Turner, you know, he got 16. He needs to be a little bit better. Naismith has kind of been the guy that's really been the X factor, but he only got 8.
Yeah.
Like, every time you think that the Knicks are about to run out of bodies, and not only that, I heard this on NBA radio today. Salute to NBA Today and the morning guys that does their thing. Said that New York only played 7 players last night, Big V.
What?
7 players. That's it. That whole rotation, 7 players. That's it. That's all you had. That's all you had. 7-player rotation.
That's crazy.
And they still won. There you go.
Yo, I can't lie. The Knicks are looking like they want that chip. I'm not saying they're gonna get it, but boy, they looking like they want that chip, Corey.
And
like, let me tell you something now. If this is going to be New York against Boston, I am here for it every single night with popcorn.
I was just getting ready to ask you, are you ready for that potentially? Because it's looking more and more like that. And ever since OG went out, I was like, man, now they're done. They and I still think they need them, but I don't know how much energy. But I've been saying this for almost 2 weeks now. Yo, man, they're gonna run out of energy. Hey, OG ain't there. Maybe I'm putting too much on OG. I don't know. And they still,
yeah, still. Salute to everybody involved. Salute to the Pacers. Salute to the Knicks. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what the outcome of this series is going to be, because it's night to night, game to game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What is not a game, Corey, is what's going on with former NBA player Big Baby Davis. Gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been under a rock, NBA champion Big Baby Davis has been sentenced to prison in an insurance fraud scheme. And I am reading this from Fox News, ladies and gentlemen. As it says, a federal judge handed down a 40-month sentence after NBA player Glenn Big Baby Davis was convicted in a scheme to defraud a healthcare benefits plan. Last November, Davis was found guilty of healthcare fraud with wire fraud, conspiracy to make false statements, and conspiracies to commit healthcare and wire fraud. The convictions carried a minimum penalty of up to 20 years in prison. In addition to the prison sentence, Davis will be subjected to supervised release for 3 years. During that time, Davis will have to attend a financial management class and undergo mandatory drug treatment as conditions of his release. Corey, I heard there was some more people also implicated in the in this crime. Man, talk about a terrible look. Talk about this is
what it comes down to.
I just don't know, Corey. But then when I think about it, Corey, is it almost on brand for Big Baby Davis to be doing this, given his history after the NBA? You know, this ain't his first kind of like news incident, you know. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this matter, Corey?
I don't, obviously, clearly it's not a good look. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that. When I hear stories like this, I always wonder what leads up to.
Me too.
What is the catalyst? Because we speak all the time, Big V, about, you know, you thinking something about someone or something or some situation, and then actually putting 2 and 2 together and actually going out and doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And you look at, I remember ESPN had a short mini series documentary called Broke. And it was basically about just athletes, you know, once their time is up, you know, how do they cope with retirement at such a young age? Right. what do you do for money? Because if you look at ESPN and Fox Sports and CBS, whatever, where you have athletes who get some of these jobs, but then you got so many of these athletes who just kind of just fade in the black. What do you do for money? If the only thing that you pay, and let me get it totally crystal clear, I am not condoning none of this, by the way, right? I'm just hitting you from an avenue of you've been training your whole life to be a ball player, right? You go to school and you get praise for you being a dope basketball player. You go to college more so than likely on a scholarship because you're a great ball player, basketball player. You go to college and you probably are taking sham classes that's not even preparing you for life after basketball, right? You're looking at a player in Big Baby Davis. He wasn't a guy who got like a killer contract, even though we know the money from where it was back when he played to where it is now is substantially, insanely different, right?
Right.
But I'm just looking at it like a lot of people say, yo, man, he's an NBA player. He made all this money. But if he don't have the skills to save, if he don't have anybody, like I'm lucky. I have my dad who taught me how to save a dollar. Even my first job, shout out to Lovett's Cafe. I used to be a busboy over there, right? Only worked one day a week. Hey, got $20, $25. I was like, shoot, I was happy. That means I could go to the sound shop and buy me a CD. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what I did. And Dad was like, okay, yeah, we know you're only getting $20, but how much are you packing away for a rainy day? I'm like, well, no, I'm cool. I'll be able to work, the next week. Well, Dad don't know what he's talking about. I don't need to say no money, man. Fast forward to 2007, I'm working at a job in Lexington. To date, one of the highest paying jobs I ever had at that time, right? And I'm like, oh man, I got this money, man. I ain't started paying back none of my student loans. I still got no more foes in daggone deferment, Big V, right? I ain't got no savings account. Nigga, all I need is checking account. Man, what are you talking about? I'm talking about I'm too tired to even cash some of the checks that I was getting at that time at the age of 24, 25. But then guess what? Got laid off. I ain't got no savings account. Now, even though my dad taught me, I still had to learn it the hard way. So the point I'm getting at is that with Big Baby is that those resources aren't there. Now, let me move forward real quick. Because that's just one avenue. I want to talk about the second avenue.
Okay.
Greed? Is it greed? Is it a deal where I could jerk the system and ain't gonna never get caught? Because see, I want to bring up something, especially during the pandemic, when you had a whole bunch of PPE loans and all that stuff getting out there. Well, look, they may not get you now. They got some people.
Well, they got them. Yeah.
If you up here BSing Uncle Sam, one thing they don't play, you can criticize the government all you want. I am one of the first ones out there. Hey, government this, government that, they're whack, they don't do enough. But one thing they don't play with, Big V, is their money, right? So did you need to do this? I don't have the answer to that question. So if it was done out of necessity, okay, we can have a conversation about that. If this was done out of greed, because you're just greedy, and it's an easy way where you don't want to do what other people who retired from the NBA do, whether they're on ESPN. He's a very charismatic guy. They call his name is Big Baby. Like, who wouldn't want them on TV or something? But let's just say they don't pan out. You got to find another way to do it than that way, because that's not good. That's not right. So if it's out of necessity, a conversation can be had. If it's out of greed, hey man, hopefully Big Baby, he learns from this and become a better person from this, and maybe someone else who's thinking about jerking the system may say, hey man, no, what happened with Big Baby? I don't want no parts of Johnny Dangerous. I'm good.
I was going to say that he would be on the NBA pension plan, but I heard that you only got the pension after 10 seasons. He only play 8. He only play 8.
There you go.
There you go. I can't speak to why he did it. I have no clue. I would just be thinking that being a former NBA player, you would be in a better position to not be doing such things. That's it.
And I would think too that he would have access to resources.
Yes.
That the common 9-to-5 guy wouldn't have, because you look at it like, I know the NFL talks about this more, maybe not as prevalent in the NBA, but like healthcare. right? Like, yo, I busted my knee while I was playing for Orlando or Boston or whoever. Well, I still got that knee problem. I'm not in the league anymore. That's why I just want to know more because there's certain parts that I can kind of understand.
Right.
Right. There's
Right.
other parts where it's
Right.
like, well, hey, man, what is it? And it's just, unfortunately, we're just left to speculate on it, whatnot. And like you said, the picture player, maybe that needs to be adjusted to 5 years or 8 years, or maybe have it tiered off where it's like, hey, if you've been in the league for 20 years, you're going to get a level platinum A, whatever. Okay, if you was only in it for 10 years, you're going to get level coverage B, whatever the fuck, and so forth and so forth. Whatever. But man, bottom line, you got to save your dough. You got to save your dough. Don't keep opening up restaurants that may or may not fail or whatever. I'm talking about savings. Like, forget investing. Just stash something away. I always told my wife, and I know we got to wrap on Big V. I always told my wife, man, like if I was an athlete or if I just ran into a position where I just got buku's amount of cash, I don't care if it's 30 million or 300 million. I'm going to take $1 million, right? Not invest it, just put it in a simple savings account.
Yeah.
Times get hard, you should be able to live off the interest that $1 million would draw, especially with the federal rates are right now where they are. It's bad for lending, but boy, if you're a saver, you talking about 3, 4, 5, 6% of $1 million that you could draw off of. Still keep the million in there. I'm talking about living off the interest.
Yeah.
Little bit of financial wisdom for y'all out there.
There you go. That's what we do on the Zone Sports Pod. We drop all kind of wisdom. You feel me? You know what I mean? Savings advice, checking advice, guide the youth, you know what I mean? We here, baby, mental health, we all that, baby,
All here.
Come get your sports therapy, baby. We here, baby, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody to be tuning in to the Zone Sports Podcast each and every week. Whether you catching the clips on YouTube, IG, Twitter, Facebook, however you doing it, we appreciate you. Whether you watching the whole video, catching the shorts, we don't care. We just appreciate you tapping in. You know the name, right? You know the name. That's all that matters, baby. We the best sports podcast you never heard of, baby. The Zone, you know what I mean? But y'all know how we end this thing, right? We end it with love, baby. Hey.